Hey, I'm Elle.
And I'm JJ.
We're a travel couple from Australia who have the goal of visiting 100 countries.
We love adventure, good food, and are always up for unique experiences.
Follow along on our journey as we travel across Europe.
Over 3 months, we will be visiting 12 exciting countries,
exploring the sights, trying new foods, and delving into the rich culture each has to offer.
So sit back and enjoy as we tick off our bucket list destinations.
Like and subscribe to support us on our journey. Alright, day, I don't even know what day this is anymore.
I don't know. This has been such an interesting day.
Day 14. It's 2 weeks of travel.
We didn't think today was going to go as expected, but there's a lot to unpack. So This morning we checked out of our Airbnb. That was in zone 4 of Paris. So it was on the outskirts of Paris, which meant we needed to catch a bus and then a train into
Gare de Lyon.
To our is it Trinitalia? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, so from Gare de Lyon, which is one of the main train stations in Paris, we caught a train down to Lyon, which is our next city. We're in Lyon. It was really good. It was fast.
Yeah, I really liked it. It looked really nice.
It took 2 hours, that's it. And it was going like almost 300 kilometers an hour.
We would recommend doing it.
It's really, really good.
But before that experience, we needed to get train tickets to get to Gare de Lyon. So what happened was Elle went through the barrier first, and then
the ticket machines in Paris seem to be a bit of a hit and a miss. Like you might put it through and it'll reject the ticket, and then you'll put it through again and it'll let you through.
validate it.
Yeah, and so when it validates the ticket, it'll print like the date on the back of the ticket. And sometimes it'll validate it and let you through, and sometimes it'll let you through and it won't validate it. And so
yeah,
I think
it's confusing.
We saw a lot of people like working on the machines too, so I think it was just like something's wrong with their system.
Yeah.
I tried to go through, it didn't work, and then I put it through again and it let me through. Squeeze through the little like turnstile. Turn around and JJ's still standing there buzzing.
It just
like
kept
the wrong
rejecting
sound.
me so many times. I was flipping the ticket every which way and it just wasn't working.
JJ couldn't get through, and there was like a ticket services like dude at the desk.
And when I showed him my ticket, he just didn't even want to have a bar of me and just said, no, not valid, no. And I just kept trying to tell him that I just bought the ticket and that she had gotten through.
And I was like trying to say to him, but I've just come through the barrier, so it worked. And I just had this feeling that if I like let go of the ticket, he was like just going to rip it away from me and like walk off. So I held on to that ticket tightly.
Was like, show me your ticket.
Yeah, he's like, show me your ticket. And I like showed him the back of it and it hadn't validated. So he's like, oh, it's not valid. I'm like, but I'm here. So he literally just left us standing there.
I had my big backpack on my back, and then I had 2 in my hand. I just threw them at her. I said, take these.
Take the bags.
And then I just jumped over that barrier with my backpack in front of everyone because I was like, I'm getting on this train.
When you did that, my heart was like, we're gonna like get caught.
I was like, no, I don't care. Like, I'm done with angry Frenchmen. The train was there. We jumped in the doors.
Yeah, and then we were like, let's go, get on the train.
Then after the train ride from Paris to Lyon,
which was great,
we got off at our train station. Then we needed to go get a ticket
to get a tram to our hostel, and we got the ticket. We like made sure that we got the right ticket.
We got off on our stop.
We went and
it was like a quick minute walk to check in. Check-in was really easy. That was like the good part.
Basically, I had booked us into a hostel, but it's like above a pub. But it was like a private room with a shared bathroom space. So basically like a bunk bed in a private room. We arrived in Lyon today in 41-degree heat. Like it is the hottest day. And so we check in and I'm like, oh, like, is it going to be okay? We get into the room. The linens on the bed were all fresh, but they clearly hadn't vacuumed the floor.
The bin was
Desk
still
was dusty. The bin had food from the previous people who'd stayed.
They gave us a fan, but that was dirty.
Like, appreciated the fan. Like, we were like, oh, thank God. The windows open, which was good, but it was hot.
It was just
Like,
so unbearable. Then
Yeah.
I was just covered and drenched, and at one point I had a shirt over my head just to catch the sweat, and I just was bare naked. I
The
couldn't sit
scene-
on the bed. I was on the floor on a
towel.
a microfiber towel. Yeah.
We're both butt naked, sweaty titty situation.
We also had bought in Paris these 2 small mini fans.
Yeah.
And we had those going as well. Like, it was still blowing hot air.
So we go outside after like not even half an hour of being in the room sweating our balls off, and it's like 10 degrees cooler. Yeah, we ate our food and we were just dripping. And then we went back to our room. We were sitting in there for a while, and the situation just wasn't getting any better. It felt like it was getting hotter. And it was just to the point I was like, nah, there's no possible way that we are going to sleep here for 3 nights. Yeah, so after a lot of Googling and umming and ahhing and going back and forth of like, oh, should we like find another place? Like, I don't know. I luckily had a little bit of extra money saved. So I was like, this is what I had it for, emergencies, and this is an emergency to me.
I just found something and said, here's my phone, like, does this sound good? It's got air conditioning.
And I was
There's
like,
only 4 places in this whole city that had air conditioning. So we took this one. We packed the room up instantly. Like, we booked...
I booked it.
We booked it, packed up the room. I got the key, went downstairs. We didn't even say anything.
We just left the key on the counter.
Yep, I just left it on the counter because the chick was too busy serving people alcohol, and we just walked out the door and legged it to the tram. Then it was just like a quick walk to here, and instantly they were so nice. They spoke English. They've been really, really good.
Full Chromecast
so we can watch Netflix and everything. Just some comforts from home. Just a
Like,
whole upgrade.
There's also in the hallway free water, sparkling.
Yeah, it's all on tap. I just went down before.
Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, for all guests.
Yeah.
So that was like a deal. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we just left it in like.
When you said free water, yeah, great. Like.
Yeah. We are now in a really nice room.
We're really comfortable.
Tomorrow we're just gonna take a day easy and then get up when we're ready and go and explore. We don't have any expectations here. We don't know what's here. So we have 2 full days of just looking around and seeing what Lyon has to offer. We're excited for the rest of our trip. Hopefully it goes smoothly like that. I'm grateful that the day finished this way.
Yeah.
That we will share more tomorrow night. can't remember where we left off our last video.
Our last video was us arriving to Lyon and all the drama. Yeah. We spent the next few days in Lyon in a nicer hotel. But yeah, so we spent the first full day that we had in Lyon just kind of exploring. We didn't really have any expectations.
We walked all the way up from our hotel to, is it Belcourt?
Yeah, Place Belcourt, which is like one of the main square. The main statue, which is like some dude on a horse, don't ask me who it is, in the square was like fully covered. So we got there and I was like,
I was like, what's meant to be here?
Yeah.
Because it was just like the old like gravel kind of grainy stuff.
Yeah.
And we're just walking on it and I'm like looking around being like, is this it?
I mean, it's a nice square. It's really big, but there's nothing there. It's surrounded by shops and restaurants and, you know, like the usual, but there was meant to be like a statue, and I've seen in photos and stuff online that it's like a Ferris wheel. That wasn't there.
Yeah. But we started off our morning getting some crepes and some coffee.
It was our first experience of proper crepes here in France. They were good. They were really good. And our first espresso too.
Yeah, I had to water mine down.
Me too.
Yeah, we weren't really used to having like full strength coffee like that.
I found the city of Lyon itself, it felt really calm. Like I felt very like calm and relaxed in the city. So the first day we ended up walking up, we were staying kind of more down near Confluence. There's like a big modern museum, so we're staying more down that end, and then we walked all the way up into Place Belcourt. So Lyon has like two sides of the river, so the left side is like the Saône and then the right side is the Rhône, I'm pretty sure. So we went the Saône side and saw the water for the first time, which was beautiful. And then we ended up going over to the left side of the bank, which is like View Lyon, and it has a huge basilica up on top of the hill. So the first day we kind of just walked around. There's an old town on that side of the bank. Lots of like, again, souvenir shops, chocolate shops, lolly shops. Yeah, more like, touristy stuff.
Yeah.
The second day in Lyon, we woke up and I was like, I'm not spending money on the tram today. We ended up basically doing 10,000 steps within like the 2 hour span of our morning. We decided to walk all the way from where we were up the other end of town to go to this park, which is like, it's a free park and it's like a combination of like a zoo. I was really excited because I was like, oh, they've got animals. Like they had red pandas there, they had zebras, they had like everything.
Like child at heart. We were
I was like, yes, animals. Like get to see this thing, right? So we're like walking the whole way, and it was longer than what we thought it was. So it was like 8-point-something kilometers that we ended up walking. We saw nice things along the way. Like we walked up the other side of the embankment basically, so we got to see the Rhône river, and then there was also markets on the other side, which was really nice.
People said bonjour and like they were friendly, and
it was kind of like our first experience with like a French market as well, which was lovely. We got there and these beautiful big like golden gates and that to the park, and then we noticed like some of the other tourists that had come just kind of standing around outside the gates, and we're like, oh. And it wasn't open.
It was supposed to be open already.
Every day.
But the gates were full bolted locked.
Yeah.
And then everyone's just standing around like headless chickens. So we decided to look on a map, and there was another entrance. So we're like, oh, we'll walk around and go to the second entrance. So then we're walking down this street that felt like forever. And we get to those gates, and those gates are bolted locked as well. We've just wasted pretty much like
the entire morning walking to get to this thing.
It was already lunchtime and we were like, what the hell?
Yeah, so not sure what that was about, but that's how our morning started. So then I was just like, let's get the tram tickets.
Yeah, we went back through that touristy
section
the
again,
old
town.
And they actually have a church there. They have these beautiful tall stained glass windows, like shining rainbow light everywhere, and yeah, it was just really nice going in there.
On that side of the river, there's 2 funiculars, so it kind of goes up in a V from the metro station. So one side you can go up and you go to the main basilica that you can see on the hill, and then on the other side there's like an old Roman amphitheater, like ruins. So we ended up doing both because you're in the metro, you just go from one side to the other. And yeah, the basilica was definitely worth it.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was stunning.
It was like amazing mosaics. Like,
yeah,
they were just breathtaking. They were my favorite.
And then as you like come out of the basilica, there's like a whole, what is it, scenic like outlook,
like a view
over the city. So it's definitely worth going up there because you get to view the entirety of Lyon and get the best like.
We actually
shot.
ran into some ladies who were from Germany, and they asked us to take a photo for them. They're these 3 older women, and we got chatting with them because they picked up our accents, and that was like a fun little like exchange of conversation. They just wanted to know everything that we were doing because they were so interested in travel.
Where are you going? What is?
But
they got offended when we
they were upset that we weren't going to Germany, but we were like, no, not this time. Next time we like it will be in like travel in the future.
Yeah.
But one of them had actually been to Newcastle, so she knew roughly where we were from. But we just said Newcastle. But yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then we made our way back down the funicular
and went up the other
side to the Roman amphitheater.
It built around 400 BC, and I didn't realize that until after we'd been. So it was really weird to think about. Like we ended up. You can walk up there for free. You don't.
It's all open.
It's all open.
Yeah.
And pretty much everyone just sits down, has a drink.
Yeah, we
ate our sandwiches.
We sat down with some juice and some sandwiches. Like, oh yeah, like this is like alright. Like, not realizing the history really.
Yeah, ate our lunch in this thing.
Yeah.
From 460 BC. And then once we felt done, we went back and got into the comfy bed.
Yeah, but we really did enjoy Lyon. Like, it's a place that would go again and would definitely recommend if you're wanting a Parisian experience, but not such intense like Paris. Like, if you want something that's
and not as touristy either as Paris.
Would definitely recommend Lyon as like one of the things to put on your list. Like, obviously, again, there's not like heaps of giant
tourist attractions
like to see, so that's something to take into account, but it is a good little place to stop off if you're just wanting an authentic Parisian experience and you're wanting to see some beautiful architecture. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah,
but that was basically our Lyon experience.
Look at my bags. I just wanted some water.